Question number 4, Barbara Kuriger.
My question is to the Minister of Primary Industries. How will Budget 2015 help develop more water storage and irrigation projects?
The Honourable Nathan Guy.
Mr Speaker, as part of Budget 2015, irrigation projects will now receive a kickstart of $25 million in operating funding for 5 years from 2016 to 17 through the Irrigation Acceleration Fund. The IAF helps support the development of irrigation infrastructure proposals to the stage where they are investment ready, which means they must be commercially robust and demonstrate a high level of user and community support. Around 100,000 hectares of new irrigated areas are expected from IAF-funded projects to date, with around 36,000 hectares of that commissioned or currently being constructed.
Supplementary question, Barbara Kuriger.
To the Minister, why is this funding boost so important for our regions?
Speaker, it's a good
Honourable
question.
Nathan Guy.
The need for water storage projects is obvious, given that nearly every part of the country has suffered through droughts at some stage over the last 3 or so years. We don't have a water shortage issue in New Zealand. We have a water storage issue. It just doesn't rain at the right place, the right time. Providing a consistent, reliable water supply for farmers and growers has massive potential to boost growth, create jobs and grow our exports from provincial regions.
Supplementary question, Barbara Kuriger.
To the Minister, what other ways does the government help support water storage and irrigation projects?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Nathan Guy.
The government also supports water storage projects through the Crown Irrigation Investment Company, which acts as a bridging investor for regional water infrastructure development. $120 million has been allocated to CIIL over the last 2 years, with the potential to provide a further 125,000 hectares of new irrigation. Work is underway to enable greater collaboration between CIIL and IAF. This will help ensure that more of these critical regional water storage projects get up to constructive stage. This is hugely exciting for rural New Zealand.
Supplementary question, Richard Prosser.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister, will the government's funding initiatives from the budget assist in the promotion of the Ruataniwha Dam scheme?
Order. I'm going to order. It was difficult to hear. I did hear the question, but I suspect some members didn't. The mic might not have been on. I'll ask Richard Prosser to repeat the question.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister, will the government's irrigation initiatives in the budget assist in the promotion of the Ruataniwha Dam project?
The Honourable Nathan Guy.
Mr Speaker, currently IAF has invested almost $6 million in Ruataniwha, and that is now working through a process of getting a consent, and then it will need to prove to the Crown Irrigation Investment Company that it is indeed investment ready for them to have a look at it.
Question number 5, Ron Mark.